Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive.
Always a pleasure.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about mutual funds.
Specifically, those mutual funds that can generate some passive income for you,
Yeah, exactly.
which is everyone's favorite kind of income, right?
Yeah, definitely. The kind you don't have to work for.
Right.
Absolutely.
So let's just jump right in.
All right, so what is a mutual fund?
Yeah, how is it different from just like buying stock in Apple or something?
Right.
So a mutual fund is basically like a big basket of stocks or bonds.
Okay.
And instead of like you going out there and picking individual stocks, which can be kind of risky if you don't know what you're doing.
Especially if you only pick one.
Especially if you pick one, or even if you pick a few, you're not getting that kind of diversification that you really need to reduce that risk, right?
So this is kind of like
So a mutual fund is managed by professionals, and they kind of pick and choose a whole bunch of different assets.
like a pre-made portfolio, right?
It is, yeah. It's like somebody else kind of took care of all that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get the diversification.
Exactly.
You don't have to do all the work yourself.
Right.
Sounds pretty good.
And then the best part is when those assets start generating that passive income.
Okay, now that's what we're really here to talk about today.
Right. Everyone wants to know.
Passive income, how do we get it?
The magic. The secret.
Yeah, so tell me, how do these mutual funds generate passive income for us?
Well, a lot of them, what they'll do is they'll focus on dividends.
Dividends, okay.
Now, you know what a dividend is, right?
Yeah, I've heard of them. I've seen them.
You get a little check in the mail, or it's deposited in your account.
It's like a reward for owning the stock, right?
Exactly. It's like the company is saying, hey, we made some profit.
Okay.
And we're going to share a little piece of it with you.
Okay, so I own the stock.
All right.
Or I own a share of this mutual fund.
Or in this case, yeah, you own a share of the mutual fund.
Okay.
And that mutual fund owns the stocks, right?
Right.
And the mutual fund is saying, hey, we got these dividends. We're going to pass them along to you.
And that's my passive income.
That's your passive income.
Awesome.
It's great, right?
So I can just sit back and let these dividends roll in.
Yeah, well, you want to do something with those dividends.
Okay, what should I be doing with them?
Because if you just let them sit there,
Okay.
they're not really going to do much for you.
Right.
But you can reinvest them.
Oh, reinvest back into the mutual fund.
Back into the mutual fund, and that's where the magic of compounding comes in.
Compounding. I love that word.
It is a beautiful word.
It's like free money, almost.
It's like money making money.
Money making money. I like that better.
So you're basically taking those dividends and you're buying more shares of the mutual fund.
Right.
And now you own more shares. So the next time the dividends get paid out,
I get even more money.
you get even more money.
Which I can then reinvest and get even more shares.
And it just keeps growing and growing.
It's like a snowball effect.
It is like a snowball effect.
That sounds amazing.
It's really powerful.
Okay, so all these mutual funds sound pretty good. But are all mutual funds created equal?
That's a great question, and the answer is definitely no.
Okay, so there are good ones, there are bad ones.
There are good ones, there are bad ones. How do we know which ones to pick?
You got to do your research.
Okay, research. What does that entail?
So first of all, you want to look at the fund's investment strategy.
Yeah.
What are they actually investing in?
Right, so like what kinds of stocks?
Yeah. Are they investing in large companies, small companies?
Okay.
Are they investing in bonds? Are they investing in real estate?
Oh, real estate. Okay.
Yeah. There are mutual funds that invest in real estate.
So like instead of me going out and buying a rental property,
Exactly.
I can buy a piece of a mutual fund that owns rental properties.
That's a REIT.
Yeah.
A REIT.
A real estate investment trust.
Okay.
That's a type of mutual fund.
Okay.
And those are required by law to pay out most of their income as dividends.
Oh, so that's good for me.
That's good for you, yeah.
If I want passive income, I want a REIT.
If you want passive income, REITs are a good option.
Okay, REITs. Got it.
Another one to consider is a high-yield bond fund.
High yield, so that means more money for me.
Potentially, yeah.
Okay.
Because high-yield bonds are bonds that are issued by companies that maybe aren't as financially stable.
A little riskier.
A little riskier, yeah. So they have to pay a higher interest rate to attract investors.
Okay.
And that higher interest rate
Turns into a higher dividend for me.
can translate into a higher dividend for you, exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, you got to look at the investment strategy.
Mm-hmm.
You got to look at the fees.
Fees, okay.
Every mutual fund charges fees.
Right.
And some charge more than others.
So we want to be careful of the fees.
You want to be mindful of the fees, yeah, because those can eat into your returns.
Okay.
And then you also want to look at the fund's historical performance.
Okay, so track record.
Track record, yeah.
See how it's done in the past.
How has it performed in the past?
All right, makes sense. So, like, don't just chase the highest dividend.
Exactly, because a high dividend might not be sustainable.
Right.
It might be a sign that the fund is taking on too much risk,
Huh.
or that they're not really focused on long-term growth.
Right. We want sustainable income.
You want sustainable income.
Long-term growth.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, this has been super helpful.
I'm glad.
I feel like I know a lot more about mutual funds now.
There's always more to learn.
Always more to learn. Yeah, for sure. But as we wrap up,
yeah,
I always like to leave our listeners with a question.
A little something to think about.
Yeah. So
chew on this.
Think about how incorporating a mutual fund.
A dividend-focused mutual fund.
Yeah, a dividend-focused mutual fund. How would that change your long-term financial goals?
Could it get you to retirement faster?
Yeah. Could it help you retire early? Could it, just
give you some peace of mind?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Give you that peace of mind knowing that you've got this income stream coming in.
Right.
No matter what.
That you don't have to work for.
Yeah. That's always a good thing.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me for another deep dive.
My pleasure, as always.
And we'll see you all next time.
See you later, Ray.
Hey, everyone. Welcome.